its incorporation under the auspices of the time-tested medieval instrument, the Royal Charter. The document standing, IEA approached the Privy Council of the British monarchy in 1934 to grant the authority of Royal Charter by incorporating with specific privileges. Sir Thomas Russell, the president of the institution, along with his 5 president and 4 past president and 32 members and 4 associate members, filed a petition praying for grant of charter of incorporation to the institution. The petition was referred.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Please press F5 for slideshow.
F5 is
yes, sir.
slide?
Please press F5 for slideshow, full screen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, is it visible now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
So, at the court of the Buckingham Palace on 13th day of the 1935, His Majesty and the charge 5th, having taken into consideration of the said report and the draft charter accompanying it, was pleased by and advice of his Privy Council to approve thereof and to order. And it is hereby ordered that most honorable Marquess of Shetland, one of His Majesty's principal secretaries of the state, to cause a warrant to be prepared for His Majesty's royal signature. So the Royal Charter on 9/9/35, the warrant was issued by the King, in which it is declared, do hereby for us, our heirs and successors, will grant, direct, appoint, and declare as follows. It may be noted that how the charter reads in the name of the God. The charge by the great the Institution of Engineers under the Companies Act, whereas the Institution of Engineers under the Company Act 1913 and known as the Institution of Engineers India had petitioned us for a charter of incorporation such as it hands by these presents granted, and where we are minded to comply with the prayer of the such petition, we by virtue of the prerogative of the on behalf and all the powers enabling us to do so, our special grace, certain knowledge and motion, and do hereby for us, our heirs and successors, will grant, direct, appoint, and declare as follows. So it means that the order is issued not only by them during the tenure of the British government, but also it follows for the successors. The association, it is known as the Institution of Engineers India. All such person may hereafter become members of the body corporate hereby constituted pursuant to or by virtue of the powers granted by these persons and their successors shall forever hereafter shall be continue as a members by the virtue of these persons, one body corporate and politic. So by this, we have certain powers were granted to the Institution of Engineers India. So the body corporate, I include that power to purchase the land on lease and hold the land and crediments and interest in any lands, tenements and herons whatsoever in Indian Empire for the purpose of the institution, and to power to sell and let lease and alienate or otherwise dispose of the same or other part thereof. These are all the first power granted for the acquisition of the property. Then the objective of this institution are to promote the general advancement in engineering and engineering science and their application in India, to facilitate the exchange of information and ideas on those subjects among the members and persons attached to the institution, otherwise and forth thereof, to promote, advance the science and practice, businesses of engineering in all branches hereinafter referred to in India. So the next is, it is maintain the local association of members belonging to the institutions and the other engaged in the engineering so as to assure each individual member, as far as may be possible, equal opportunity to enjoy the right and privileges of the institution for which the local centers were formed. So it is encourage, it is any matters affecting the engineering and encourage, assist, extend knowledge and information connected therewith by establishment and promotion of lectures, discussion, correspondence by holding the conference. These are all the routine we are following it up. It also encouraging research work and formation of libraries and collection of models, design, drawings and other articles of interest in connection with the engineering. Otherwise, however, to promote the study of engineering with a view to disseminate the information obtained for facilitating the scientific and economic development of engineering. So, to carry on control and regard of the colleges, schools, and other educational establishment where the students and apprentices may obtain sound education and training in engineering on such terms as may be settled by the institution. So, next item is to general knowledge of the person engaged in about engaging in engineering or in any employment, manual or otherwise in connection therewith, with a view thereto to provide for holding the classes and test by examination and otherwise the competence of such persons and institute and professorship, internship, scholarship, rewards and other beneficent, and to grant certificate of competency, whether under any act of the government of India or local government regulating conduct and qualification of engineers or otherwise, however. This is under which we were conducting the AME examinations. So another important issue is to give the local government or municipalities and other public bodies and others facilities for conferring with the ascertaining the views of the engineers as regards the matters directly or indirectly and affecting the engineering, and to confer with the said government, municipalities and other public bodies and other in regard to all matters affecting the engineers. So we have to act as advisors to the government and municipalities. And next one is to arrange and promote adoption of equitable forms of contract and other documents. So wherever engineering contract documents are required, and we have to encourage the settlement of disputes and arbitration, and to act as a nominee as arbitrator and umpires on such terms, and in such cases may be seen expedient. So these are all the powers. The last but the least is to do all such acts and things are incidental or conducive to the attainment of the above objects of the or any of them. This is the powers delegated to IEI. For so based on this power only, we were able to give a accreditation to the IIT, and we were able to conduct the AMIE courses. So next power given is there is a ban for the business, trade and business. The institution of engineers cannot carry on any trade or business, engage in any transaction with a view to pecuniary gain or profit of the members and thereof. So there is a ban for institution for a trade and business. So next is the institution consisting of members with such qualification and elected as constitution as such members of the council in such a manner to the hold office for a period and on such terms as re-election and otherwise as by bylaws and for the time being of the institution shall direct. This is about the forming of the council. So the election of president, the council at their last meeting prior to the annual general meeting of the institution in each year shall elect the president among their members and president and the ensuing year, and president so elected shall enter into his office at the ensuing annual general meeting and shall be the ex officio member of the council of the each year. Thus, the governance of the IEA is explained, and the first council was constituted by the Colonel Sir Thomas Russell and the 5 vice presidents, and